Scared for her life, that's how an ex-patient describes her time at Osawatomie State Hospital. And now the feds are taking action after finding an immediate and serious threat to the health and safety of patients. 41 Action News investigator Andy Alcock shows us what's at stake for the facility tomorrow.
The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has decertified Osawatomie State Hospital. As a result, the hospital will lose all federal funding January 20th. We spoke to one patient who describes her stay at the hospital as terrifying.
I fought for my life every single day that I was in there.
Lauren Seaman still gets emotional when she thinks about her time as a patient at Osawatomie State Hospital. Records she provided 41 Action News show Seaman suffers from bipolar disorder and was a patient at Osawatomie for 15 days in August and September. Seaman also sent us pictures of bruises on her body. She claims she suffered when other patients attacked her.
And I told the staff member, I said, look, like I'm bleeding, I have bruises. I said, I just got jumped, and the staff member says, it's between you and them.
Seaman also claims no one would show up to take her to the bathroom, bring her food, or respond when she needed help. Then a few weeks after she left the hospital, prosecutors charged Aaron Goodman with raping a 21-year-old staff member. According to the federal report, 2 patients pulled Goodman off the woman and other staff were slow to respond. In this letter last month to Osawatomie Superintendent Dr. John Worley, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services states Osawatomie is no longer qualified for federal funding because of deficiencies that represent an immediate jeopardy to patient health and safety, and that it failed to provide adequate safety round checks, placing all patients receiving services at risk for harm. According to the hospital's last completed budget year, federal funding accounted for roughly $15.5 million out of a total $32 million operating budget, or just under half. A state spokeswoman says the hospital will take a 23% hit in the current budget due to the lost funding.
Most people think that it's mismanagement of the money by the administration and seeing Brownback.
Chris Cooley owns a cafe and bakery in downtown Osawatomie. She says her customers who work at the hospital complain of understaffing and working extra shifts. But she also says the hospital is critically important to her business and this small town.
What would happen to this town without that hospital?
You know, I know it's probably our biggest employer we have.
We went to the hospital. Administrators wouldn't speak on camera for this story. But a spokeswoman told us renovation plans are continuing and there's no plan to close or cut back on services. But Seaman is worried. She believes her complaints and the complaints of other patients have largely been dismissed.
Exactly. We're crazy.
I'm investigator Andy Alcock, 41 Action News.